What's up, Easy Money fam? It's Ash. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm here to share my knowledge and show my experience so you can be more successful. This video was highly recommended. Shout out to Larry, one of Easy Money fam, for submitting this request. Let's get into it. Story time. I used to idle my truck all night like some of us, but after adding it up, I was spending about $40 per night in fuel. Multiply that by 22 nights out the month. That came up to about $888 on average I spent just idling my truck. I needed a solution, so I got on trucking forums and I came across this. When I first found Idle Smart, I was skeptical because there were no videos about it online. No one was doing a comparison to the traditional APU. So, I just thought I'd purchase one and just take a chance. I also promised Spirit I would create a video for someone else who may like the idea of the APU, but is not looking to spend that APU money or keep up the APU maintenance. Spending less for similar features, I'm all in. I've already used it for a few months now. Here's a screenshot of my dashboard, and it's showing my savings since I've started using it and since I've installed it into my Freightliner. Some of you may have already heard of an APU, and by definition, it's an auxiliary power unit that's used on semi-trucks to provide power by consuming less fuel and help the environment go green. Me and my trucker friends, we use these to help us stay warm in the winter, which around the US is already starting to snow and get cold, so now it's the perfect time if you don't have one. And we use it to stay cool in the summer and run electricity in our trucks. And I'm really big on cooking in my truck, so having mine really helps. All right, so let's chat about it. And my recommendation is linked in the description below. Excuse my lighting, it's getting a little dark. Okay, so let's compare APUs versus the underrated Idle Smart system. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video. I have a live demonstration of how Idle works in my truck. So let's begin with Idle Smart. Idle Smart uses the ECM data and a thermometer to measure the temperature inside the cab. It also monitors my battery voltage so they don't go dead, and it also monitors the cooling so I don't overheat in the nighttime. I had to grab my lighting and rearrange my setting because it was kind of dark out there. All right, let's get back to it. APUs power the truck as long as you have it on with fuel or if you have it charged with batteries. They either come diesel powered or electrical powered. APUs will cost anywhere between $8,000 to $11,000. On the other hand, Idle Smart costs $500 for the hardware, $500 to install, or it's free if you install it yourself. It does come with instructions, and it's $50 per month for the services, and the services are month to month. Installing Idle Smart can take up to 3 to 5 hours depending on the mechanic or depending on yourself if you decide to put it in yourself. But the mechanic that did mine, he took about 4 hours. It comes with instructions including the tablet, the wiring, and a couple of switches that's used to either kill the switch and also override the manual. With Idle Smart, they also provide the mechanics for you. All you got to do is call them, let them know what zip code you're in, and they'll provide a mechanic for you. APUs, on the other hand, they are usually installed by the manufacturer or the dealer or the diesel mechanic in your neighborhood, and downtime, honestly, is about 2 days. It's a 16-hour job. Call Thermo King and ask them. They will tell you that it's a 16-hour job to install a APU. Be sure to look out for this. APUs, they add extra weight to your truck, approximately 300 to 500 more pounds to your truck. On the other hand, Idle Smart, it weighs less than 5 pounds and it doesn't require any special weigh station approval. Question: anybody know somebody who needed their APU fixed? Okay, right. APUs are less reliable. They break down and cannot be fixed by the average mechanic. The wait times just to get in the shop are crazy. Idle Smart, on the other hand, they run on a network virtually, and they provide troubleshooting assistance over the phone with a live person. hands down. That's all I need to say with a live person. APU parts are costly. They require scheduled oil changes and routine maintenance. It's just like having another engine for your truck. Having that APU, it's a headache too. AutoSmart requires absolutely no maintenance, only software updates. That's about it. APUs use 1 gallon of diesel per hour when idling. AutoSmart uses about 0.6 gallons per hour when idling, and that's 0.6. Electrical APUs require more batteries, and batteries may need charging after a reset. They may be dead when you come back from your 34-hour reset. An APU's lifespan is between 8 to 10 years if it's well maintained. That's if you've kept that thing up and haven't missed an oil change on it. AutoSmart can last for the life of your truck and can easily switch from truck to truck if you decide to upgrade at a later time. So this is my comparison of the two systems. It's a no-brainer for me. I love AutoSmart. It has been a better choice for my wallet. I've owned a Carrier and I've also owned this AutoSmart. So I've done my research in real life from real personal experience, and this is what I'm rocking with. Do your own research. If you still think that the APU is for you, take a look at Carrier and also take a look at Thermo King. I hear a lot of complaints on a daily basis in trucking. So here's something that can help you save hundreds in your first month's ROI and also thousands over the long term. We use these to help strengthen our operation, and I encourage you to do the same. In this next clip, take a look at AutoSmart and how it works live in my truck, in my Freightliner. See you then. My truck is off. This is me reaching over to the top. At the top, there's a power button, and it also shows how much battery life, so you can keep track of it and make sure it stays charged. As you can see, that's the troubleshooting phone number right there, and to the left, that is the thermometer, so it's measuring the temperature inside of my truck. So this is screwed to my wall, and when I look at it, it reminds me of a thermostat as if I was in a traditional house. So as we go through, you'll see the three functions that I explained about. You got the cabin temperature on the left, cabin comfort. In the middle, you got the cold start guard that's measuring the coolant temperature. And then on the furthest right, you have the battery protect, and that's showing the voltage for my batteries. And my truck is completely off. Currently, the cold start guard and the battery protect are both cut on. So now I'm about to cut on the cabin comfort, which is the control of the temperature. And once I click turn on, it will automatically cut on the truck. Just turning it on, and as you can see, the temperature inside the truck is 84 degrees, and my battery has jumped up to 14 volts. Here you see my target temperature is 73. You see my targets for my coolant. The engine runtime is set for 20-minute intervals. My lowest voltage is set for 12.2. So towards the bottom, you use your regular controllers to control the pressure of the fan and also to control the temperature of the inside of your truck, whether you want it all the way cold or all the way hot or somewhere in the middle. As we go back to the rear, you can see the temperature is dropping from 83. Now it's at 79. Be sure to make sure you close these curtains so you can build like an insulation box within the back of your cabin while you're in there taking a break. And also when you're in the front, close your curtains as well so all of the heat or the cool air, the cool temperature can stay inside. So I'm about to show you that the system still works whether the key is in the ignition or if it's out of the ignition. It just can't be turned to the on position, or that will disable the idle smart system. Sorry, there's so much wind. I got this thing blowing and it's at 76 degrees now. So now I'm gonna press stop engine, and that's gonna completely turn off the truck. Just gotta give it a moment. As a disclaimer, I chopped up the video a little bit on this portion. It takes about 15 seconds for the truck to shut off. So now I'm cutting the truck back on, pressing the button to turn it on, cutting it back on without the key in the ignition, and the key is sitting in the driver's seat. So as a disclaimer, at this portion, I did chop up the video. It took about another 45 seconds for the ECM to be read and for the truck to crank up. So once I have it set, everything is on. I usually cut it off to save that power so my battery doesn't die, and it'll still function the truck for me even while it's off. And this helps to keep the tablet charged so it won't go dead when you need it. We have a bunch of new family who've joined us, Easy Money. Hey, I want to give a big shout out and welcome to our new subscribers. Here's a couple of them. We got Moss Bridge, Snow Sniper, Teresa Taylor, Club C there. Hey, y'all welcome. Thanks for checking us out this week. And if you've been tuning in for a while, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up below to let me know you're here. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.